Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Alright, my audio seems to sound good. That's good. Alright, let me get my controller connected here. Hi everybody, it is I, the one and only Dozer. Yeah, that was a bad voice right there. Alrighty, Alrighty. Now then, we're here to play a bit of Brawlhalla. As you can see in the title, just scoot up. Pull this back. Pause that. Alright. Seems my controller's working. Eeny, meeny, alrighty. Cool. Anyway. Battle Pass. We're here for the Fortnite Battle Pass. I just shit at my ass. Booted up my PC because I need to get that Fortnite Battle Pass. Alright, so we need gauntlets, bow legend wins, Qatar light attack. Alright, guess we're gonna have to do some free for all. Rocket lance. Are there any rocket lance Qatars? Camera lights. I want to play him though, gosh darn it. I have a skin for him, I remember I might have bought. No, I didn't. I want to play Sentinel. Hum. Check again. So I need gauntlet KOs. That's cool. Legend wins. So I guess I should get a bow Qatar. That'd be Ember, right? Alrighty. That looks good. Alright, let's do this then. Why is my audio not playing? What's streamer mode? Wait up. On, I guess. Sure. Whatevs. Alright, let's do this. Push this back in so it doesn't get in the way. Alright, it's been a bit since I've played Brawlhalla. So I might be a bit rusty. Alrighty, so I just need a win with the bow, but I need to do guitar damage, so let's get the guitars then.
3, 2, 1,
roll! Alright. Alright. Piss. Piss. Shit. There we go, passed it. That counted as my KO. Stupid. God damn it. Loki got us both. Alright, this is fine. Bro, they stole my kill. The bubble in the air. God damn it, I didn't make it back. Alright, that's fine. Hold on. I used to play this a lot. Didn't think anyone actually played this anymore. Alright, DJ, you distracted me. I almost died right there. Anyway, yes, I do play this on occasion. I got the battle pass, so I have to actually, play this now. So if you want to hop on, we can play together. It's free on all devices. Yes. Got him. Got him. Shit. They got me. 4, 3, 2, 1. I need to get GG first. GG. God damn it, I didn't get it first. Alright, sidekick, summoner, flyby hits, alright. Bow legend wins, that's good. Guitar and light attack damage, we could have gotten a bit more. Gadget KOs, emo first, oh, that's actually one. I should do that a bit more. And be the first player to pick up an item, good, okay. Alright, just let me know when you're on, DJ, so I can add you to the party. The bubbles in the air. Alright, let's do one more free-for-all. I just went wee. I got excited. First to pick up an item. No! Nah, I didn't get it first. How unfortunate. At least I can emo first. I got the first emo. That's all that matters. Bro, let me get the kill. Bro, Red Raptor, you fucking bastard. You stole my kill. No, don't go after the AFK person. No, none of that.
Shut down.
God damn it. You went after the AFK person. That's 3 points. Okay, they're back. I thought we were gonna have to protect them for the rest of the game. In the air. Alright, I think I have a pretty comfortable lead. I don't think I'm gonna lose this. That's good. I just need to get Qatar light attack damage. Bro. Four, three, two, one. Alright, I gotta get the first GG. First GG, come on. Yes, I got the first GG. Hold on. Alright, I mean, apparently my Switch still had the game and it didn't even need to update. Hey, I'll wait on Discord VC. Alright, let me get in Discord then. Hold on, did I get the first GG? Yes! Perfect. Naturally amazing. Alrighty, let me get... Hello there.
Hi. I haven't played this game in a long time.
That's fine, that's fine. Well, I need to turn down my... There we go, I turned down the volume a bit. Alright, so let me change the room. I want to do 2v2s.
Online.
Only 2v2s, alright. Do you know how to join a room?
I think, isn't it like a code kind of like
Yeah, you go into custom game and then you press join room.
Custom game. Hold on, I was just putting in my earbud because I'm playing this on a TV. Because I'm playing.
That's fine, that's fine. Alright, you got it?
And then what was the code?
The code is 901952. I think that's a 2. Can't see it very well. All the writing in this game is super small.
Yeah, okay. So you said 9019 what?
52.
Alright, 52.
I don't know why this game doesn't have a zoom in option. Like, I'm always like having to squint my eyes to see what's happening.
Alright. There's a lot of characters.
There are a lot of characters, yes.
And I have like 6 of them.
That's fine. You don't have very many colors, do you? That's unfortunate. So I'm gonna have to use the default colors.
I have one color. I have the Valentine's Day color.
Okay.
Way back. Specifically for my glorious goat, Mirage.
Mirage, alright. I don't seem to have that color, it seems. Oh, there it is. I guess I just gotta play a different character. That's fine. Alright. Do I want to play this character though? I guess is the question.
Are you like a sweat at this game?
I am not a sweat. No, I wouldn't classify myself as a sweat.
Right. Well, I used to be a sweat at this game because I had this before I had Super Smash Bros.
I'm just
And
looking
this
for.
was
Alright, I guess I'll play this character. Alrighty, are you ready?
Nice. Yeah.
Yep. Alright, I haven't played this game in a while, so don't expect me to carry too hard.
Oh god. I didn't know it started. Or I guess that wasn't the start, that was just the pre-lobby.
Alrighty, these guys are the defaults. We should be able to hopefully beat them.
Alright. We got a furry and a Power Ranger.
Brawl!
I don't know. Skin. Oh, this is not my preferred weapon. I gotta hit me shots. Alright. Throw this. Okay. Give me the weapon. No. Alright. The spear.
Fuck, I'm getting thrown.
Oh.
Alright, we're doing good, we're doing good. God damn it, I died. Alright, that's fine.
Okay, this is Doc, I believe.
God damn it. Nope, 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 none of that. No! I died. I'm sorry, I'm bringing us down.
I died too. I'm not in my sight. Oh yeah, I forgot. This guy's sight has like a lot of stun frames.
Yeah. So I do be doing that. Alright.
Ow. Oh, boomerang.
There we go. Aren't boomerangs actually really dangerous if you don't have proper hand material to catch it?
I'm pretty sure if you actually throw them correctly, yeah, they are.
Yeah, they can just cut through your hand if you don't have proper protection.
Well, I mean, yeah, if they're sharp. Okay.
I mean, why are you throwing a boomerang if it's not sharp?
I don't know. I mean, a blunt force.
I don't know. I mean, it was a hunting implement, wasn't it?
Oh wait, okay, I still have one stock. I have no clue. I have no clue what boomerangs were ever used for. Okay, is this just a
Fuck,
2v1?
I'm very low, man. I'm probably gonna die soon. So I should just focus on getting as much damage in.
I just gotta focus on not throwing.
Fuck.
You know what? Dang it, I missed.
Got him. Alright. He's low, man. We just gotta not fuck this up. Fuck, no. Oh, you got a clutch, man. No. The boomerang. Oh my god, so close, so close, so close. No?
Imagine if I died there.
Please, please, please.
Dang it.
No, 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 no! Move up, move up, move up! No.
I didn't play when the bubble was a thing.
Yeah, Steven Universe, man. It's a Steven Universe crossover. Yeah, that was certainly one of the crossovers of all time.
Let's see.
That was unfortunate.
Maybe... Go
Oh, someone else is here.
It's Pepe.
It's Pepe.
Hello.
Hello.
Guy.
How are you, Pepe?
Just eat the potato, petting my cat, so pretty good.
Nice. You want to play Brawlhalla?
I don't even know what that is, bro.
It's like Super Smash Bros, but better.
Okay, no, I just typed on Super Smash Bros. Like that.
Now listen, I played Super Smash Bros. I thought it was alright, but like I didn't really get into it.
There was like a month straight where I played Super Smash Bros. Every day, maining ice climbers, and started destroying people in ranked just because I found it funny.
I see.
Like it's funny. I get to beat Kirby to death.
Now listen, Pepe, it's free on all devices. Brawlhalla, free on all devices.
Nah, I'll pass.
Come on, man. You can get it on your phone, on your PC, on your Xbox, PlayStation, on fucking a smart fridge.
I'm not wasting my hard drive space with this trash.
Wow.
I'm playing it on a Switch.
Fuck, what character should I play?
Reno.
Oh no, I only have 2 characters that I have a lot of stuff unlocked with. We're both playing Gunslingers.
Alrighty, let's do this. Pepe left.
He did.
Couldn't handle Brawlhalla. It was too much.
We got a Fox Waifu with a speed modifier, but less defense.
Fox Waifu. Speaking of Fox Waifu, have you seen the thumbnail for the stream?
1, brawl.
Oh god, I haven't.
Yep, I make those every time before. I spend the first half hour before I start stream just making those thumbnails.
Oh wait, I forgot. This is one of the most annoying weapons, just because you can just spam the ability on it. And basically just start wiping the field on small maps. But I need me some guns.
I got a gun.
Did you see that? I charged up my gun blast and it hit her point blank.
Nice.
It was like Rayquaza versus Dioxys.
Fuck, no. I got back on. No, Yumiko is actually my highest level legend. I should play her next game. Fuck, I ran straight into that. Well, I guess I gotta use the orb now. Oh, I guess I'm going back to guns. Bam. Nice. Alright, now we just have to 2v1 this Yumiko.
Oh, we're destroying them.
What is a I remember there was a combo you could do with these weapons where we could kill them from 0 health.
Oh, what? What if I just thought thing? I was gonna chuck my weapon at her. Best weapon in the game. Oh. No, I'm gonna beat her to death. I wanted to beat her to death with my hands, but she didn't appreciate it.
Yeah, we did
She's
it.
just dead.
GG.
Red team win.
The guns.
Alright. Yeah, I said GG 3 times. Got coins for that. Alrighty.
Wow.
What Yumiko skin should I use?
I don't know.
I have all Yumiko skins.
Of course you do.
Yep, I do.
Yumiko. Yumiko.
Let's see.
Yumiko. 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 Yumiko.
There's only like 3 characters that are above level like 3.
Yumiko. Yumiko.
That's the alien.
Yumiko.
Oh yeah, this guy doesn't even have one of his modifiers. Oh wait, he does.
Yumiko.
Alright, I can go defense.
Alrighty, what challenges do I have? Cannon or boots? Is there a cannon boots character? I don't think so. No, that doesn't seem to be.
No.
That's unfortunate. So I guess I gotta either go cannon or boots. I'll do cannon. There he is.
I don't think I play a single character that uses cannons on a regular basis.
I need to amplify his defense, obviously. Alright, let's do this.
Oh boy, we both have our amplified defense. Is this Star Wars?
Yeah, there is a Star Wars crossover. I actually have one of the characters from it. For some reason, I decided to buy the worst character from that crossover. And Loki berated me for it, saying how stupid of a decision that was.
Ben 10?
3.
Ben 10, yeah, that's also a
1,
crossover.
brawl.
Oh really? I thought this show created, or not show, this game created Ben 10.
I mean, I understand why you would have that confusion considering just how amazing this game is, but unfortunately, no.
Yeah. Ow. How do you shoot a human out of a bow? Right. Get my gloves.
Boom.
Ow.
Alright, I took my first down. Bubble! Oh, I accidentally bubbled myself. Oh no.
I don't think we're doing very good. I don't think I'm doing very good.
It's fine, we're doing alright.
Let's just see. Well, guess we'll never find out.
I guess we'll never find out. Just bombed themselves.
Hitbox on that tank.
No, no. Okay, I almost died right there.
I did die.
Fuck. That was unfortunate.
Blue team wins.
I don't think my guy is very good.
Alright. Another cannon. I guess I could just play the same guy. Or... Oh, yeah, it's only left.
Yep.
Alright, let's fucking... Gah, I almost just burp right there.
Wait,
Onyx,
the last
ooh.
character I have, it's over level 3.
I also have that guy.
Onyx.
Oh. Oh god, 16.
What's the best color for him?
Onyx.
Nah.
Onyx.
Just a good color.
Yeah, green, lizard.
Alright, let me change to
Onyx.
speed. Alright, let's do this.
Our head is so big.
Ooh, that's something.
Who is that? And why is his sword so big?
That's a fucking Ninja Turtle. Not literally, I mean, we actually have Ninja Turtles in this game. I mean,
Brawl.
I'm just saying that that's a turtle with a Buster Sword. I guess that's the best way to explain what that is. Yeah, and by the way, the Ninja Turtles are in this game.
Oh, of course they are.
And Kung Fu Panda as well.
Why not? The cannon or the blocks of this guy?
Man, why am I playing so poorly? God, these guys are just spamming the same move.
Just jumped off the map.
Fuck. Ezio got me.
Oh, I got revenge.
Let's go. Fuck, I died.
Got him with a sticky bomb.
Oh, and he moved. He gave you back the sticky bomb. You have to run away from them when they have it.
Okay, well that... I didn't know that.
Bro, you really just doubled. Alright, now it's 2v1.
We don't lose this, right?
I don't think we do. Hopefully.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
Blue
Yeah,
team win.
We got him.
I am
Ladies
cannon.
and gentlemen, we got him. And I completed my mission, alright. Who should I play next?
Oh my god, I have LeBron.
Okay, bro.
This is LeBron, but he looks like LeBron.
Shizzle my pizzle.
I'm reminding.
Alright, I think I'm gonna go with... Oh no, I just processed what you said. Took me way too long to understand that. Alright, so I think... Perfect. You ready?
Ah, yeah.
Sexy vampire man time.
Lord Harkin. Alright, let's see. How good is LeBron? Is that Nightwing?
No, that's Caspian.
It's like Nightwing.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
Wall stomp. Wow.
Alright, I don't actually remember how to play this character, so it's gonna be a bit of a learning experience here.
My guy has a hammer. Oh, your guy has... Oh, that's not a hammer, that's an axe. Ow.
Piss. Piss.
Ow.
Piss. Got him.
Nice. Wow. This guy keeps touching me with his snake.
God damn it. He's fucking me.
Good for you, man.
Fuck.
Dominating.
Sorry, I'm not carrying. I'm doing bad.
It's okay. We got LeBron on our side. Wait, does he have a hip thrust attack? No, that's his leg.
Got him. Alright.
Yeah, I'm gone.
I'm sorry. Nah, I couldn't clutch.
LeBron was not the play.
It turns out that Michael was actually the GOAT.
Well, everyone knew that. Alright, let's go with the black woman.
Not who I was expecting, but yeah.
Who were you expecting?
This one.
Oh. Pirate black woman.
Okay, let's get a wee bit serious here. Been losing too much.
Yeah. Or yeah. Oh, hold on. Gotta gotta log in and take the alien.
I am an alien. Bogus Spinted.
Like a couple characters.
Alrighty, let's do this.
Very tiny
3,
map.
2, 1, brawl!
I think his teammate might be AFK.
Alright. I'm gonna be a good person and oh, he's not AFK. I was about to say, I'm not gonna attack him. Oh, it's been a hot second since I played Roland. God damn it, stop cornering me. I really just keeps running into my attacks. Oh, stay away. Ah, he killed his teammate.
Did he?
Yeah, look, it says Orion killed Red Raptor. He killed his own teammate. He went up to him and gave him the sticky bomb.
Betrayal.
Yep. Alright.
Okay.
I got the rocket lance now, it's time. It's time for the bullying to commence.
Oh, hey, that guy died.
Bullying.
Knockout!
You want us to look at the rocket lance?
Dominating!
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
Red team wins!
Oh, why aren't they saying GG?
I think they both left. Yeah, I think they both left quickly after losing.
Uh-huh.
Fat guy!
Yarg.
Let's go with this weird-looking fellow.
Fat guy!
Alright, let's do this.
No, he's a sword.
Sword and hammer. Do you like my sword, my diamond sword? You cannot
3,
afford
2,
on my
1,
diamond
brawl.
sword. Even if you could, I have a patent.
Rowan Noah Zoro. Or Dracula Mihawk, the world's greatest swordsman. Opinions on One Piece.
I really like it, for the most part. There's certain parts where I'm like, I never want to watch that again.
Like what?
Fishman Island.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Every part that was a backstory well, the backstories were decent. Actually, they were pretty good, but everything that wasn't a backstory was hot garbage in that arc. I actually really like.
Thought it was fun to see.
I really like the Sun Pirates. The Sun Pirates like backstory. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah. Shows why Arlong is Arlong.
Yep. I did not like Cody Jones.
Well, no one did. He was racist towards. He was like
That-
Arlong, but racist towards everyone,
Mhm.
even his own people.
Hang on, I need a gun. Trying to stick me. He stuck you.
Oh. Oh no. Let's see, how good is this guy's hammer? God. Got his sword.
God, I love Thatch's down sig. So good. I just throw out 2 cannonballs, look at that. And they cover such a wide area.
Yeah. There's a decent range.
I'm about to stick him. Oh no, I stuck you. Yep.
Hey,
No, don't let him. Yeah.
Just for you. Sorry, wait. How do those giant cannonballs come out of those 2 tiny guns?
Oh, do you know Beiji from One Piece?
Magic?
Beiji, the guy who married Lola's sister?
Yeah, that's Veggie.
I say Beiji, it just sounds better.
Yeah, the castle fruit eater.
Yeah. This was the previous user of the castle fruit.
He's dead?
No, yeah, I mean Thatch. Yeah, I mean everyone in Brawlhalla is dead. That's why we're all here.
Oh, Thatch is the castle fruit. Okay.
Blue team wins.
Yay, another sword legend win. Anyway, here's the crossover I bought, which I got criticized for.
Ahsoka Tano.
Clanker. Oh. Never mind.
Yerp.
I thought you were a clanker.
No, I just killed the clanker.
Tano.
Oh. Who even is that woman?
She's from fucking the Clone Wars series.
Ahsoka Tano.
Alright, let's do this.
Alright. It's time to beat the shit out of some woman.
It's the women match.
3, 2, 1.
We're all women here.
Mirage isn't a woman.
Mirage isn't a woman? What?
He's not a woman.
Huh, I'm gonna have to check the backstory to make sure that's not true.
I don't think he's a woman, at least.
I am 70% sure that they are, but I'd have to check the backstory. They all have their own little backstory page.
Oh, no, it's just because I'm wearing pink, isn't it? You think I'm a woman. Because men
It's
can't wear pink.
because I have one of her skins, and it's very feminine, let's just say. It's feminine in a masculine way.
What does that even mean?
I'd have to show you the skin, and I think you'd understand.
Nah. Mirage is a femboy at most.
Piss.
No thanks. Oh god. Okay, that wasn't good.
Yeah, we got him.
Yippee! Where the heck was that? I'm going to help spam my down attack.
Alright, I guess I gotta clutch up.
You got this. You got this.
God damn it, I just jumped straight into that. No. Okay, we're so close. Got him! Yes! Oh, that was a hard clutch right there.
Yeah. What time is it? 7:11.
7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Alright, let me check. I need to check. No, first I need to check. Let me know.
Okay,
Mirage.
yeah.
Is Mirage a girl?
Let's check this. Meet the Legends.
Yes. Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Hush. No. Shut up. They're a femboy.
They are, man. They are. That's what they are. I was right.
They're a femboy.
Here it is.
Kill
Mirage.
yourself. I had to go either way, but now I'm gonna leave angry.
Because I was right.
Arms off. Nuh-uh. Femboy.
Artist and Spy. Fatima Sabi, codenamed Mirage. It's she. I knew it. Yes, I was right. Alright, that was something. Alrighty then, how long have we been streaming? 55 minutes. 55 minutes for Brawlhalla. How's my battle pass doing? My Fortnite battle pass. It's a man. So you think, DJ Wabajack? God, I need to get stream chat back on screen. I just haven't figured out because I switched from Twitch to YouTube. But nah, it turns out it's a she. It's a she. I was right. Alright, DJ. Thanks for joining me. I'm probably gonna play something else. I can only handle Brawlhalla for so long. So long, Bowser. Let's just exit that out real quick. Do you like my sword, sword, sword? Oh, come on. Doggy, she just sent me a message. She said, I knew you'd lose, LOL. Come on, Wall, lock the fuck in. You can't be clowning like this. It's your tournament. You know, she's right. I need to win one of these tournaments. I haven't even gotten top 2 in any of them. I thought this was going to be the week. I got the deck. I got a good deck. Fucking Sal Average Dude clowned me so hard for playing Time Lords that one time and then playing Melfi the next week. But, like, I want to win. I'm gonna make a good deck that will win. Anyway, let's get to whatever we're gonna do. Let me pull something up. Pulling up the Steam. Let's see what we can play. Let's see what we can play. I guess I'll play some balloons. Might as well. Not changing the thumbnail though. And while we're at it, we'll play some video essays. Essay. Alright, let's put some video essays up. As per usual. Four wild depictions of hell. I'm good. Abandonware. Local 58. I'm good. Piss. Well, angry man. I'm good. Might as well just search up video essay. And then limit it by this week. I want video essays that were made this week. Why do people like visual novels? 'Cause they're fun sometimes. What is the female gaze? It's the gaze of a female. Easily explained. Miraculous Rise of the Sphinx. Of course it's garbage. Okay. Guess I won't watch it then. Not adorable. Commodification of magical girls. Cool. How nostalgia shapes entertainment. I don't care. Jujutsu Kaisen 0. Ooh. God, do I really want to watch this though? I'm good. Art. Dark Souls, Hollow Horror. Is that Manus in the thumbnail? Man, I can't find something good. I mean, I've seen some decent things, but like, I want something amazing. Alright, I guess we'll go back up and watch. Mike had to go.
Herman Trout's death in Breaking Bad is often seen as tragic and unnecessary. People like it that Walter White killed him in a moment of ego, but the truth is, Mike had it coming, and Walt's decision was smarter than it looked. Of course, in real life, murder is wrong under any circumstance. Walt is not a hero. He's a criminal whose pride and ambition destroyed countless lives, including his own. His downfall was well deserved. What I'm saying here isn't that Walt was justified morally, but that within the story, Mike wasn't as different from Walt as he thought. He often called Walt reckless, emotional, a ticking clock, and an amateur, but Mike himself was just as much of a ticking clock, refusing to see how his own choices endangered his family, his legacy, and even Kaylee's future. Mike was already a huge liability. The DEA was on him, his lawyer had been caught, and the 9 men he was paying off were on the verge of flipping. Those men were the one thread that could unravel the whole operation, and Mike was the one keeping them alive. But even then, beyond that, Mike wasn't the perfect, calm, professional fans like to imagine. He had a long history of emotional and reckless decisions. Back in his police days, he took bribes and told his own son to do the same, which directly led to his son's death. Later, he let his sacred protector Salamanca cloud his judgment. He tried to assassinate Hector on his own with a sniper rifle. That wasn't professionalism, that was pure emotion. He made the same mistake again with Werner Ziegler in Better Call Saul. He got too close, ignored the risks, and it forced him to personally execute Werner to clean up his own failure. That guilt haunted him and pushed him into reckless, self-destructive behavior, like when he deliberately picked fights in the street, got stabbed, and nearly drank himself to death. These are the choices of a man called control.
Alrighty.
By his feelings, just like Wolf. And by season 5 of Breaking Bad, Mike's judgment was completely clouded. He thought cleaning up men dies in prison was sustainable forever. He thought he could keep Haley safe while the DA had him under constant watch. He thought he could lecture Walt about evil while refusing to see his own. And what did he really leave behind? No money for his granddaughter, no legacy. Just another random criminal who died hot, sitting by a river, realizing it was over. So was Walt wrong to kill him? Within the logic of the story? No. It wasn't just ego, it was survival. Mike hated Walt. He refused to cooperate and he held information that could have destroyed everyone within the operation. Walt acted first. The truth is, Michael wasn't the wise professional keeping everyone safe. He was a teen time bomb, full of pride, vengeance, and guilt. And when Walt pulled the trigger, he didn't end something perfect. He ended something doomed. Yes, Walt definitely acted impulsively at the moment.
Alright, that was interesting. I guess I should narrow it down a bit further. Over 20 minutes and only videos. Disgusting woke propaganda. Wow, that's crazy.
Nice.
I already watched that. The pain of being seen. What if you could remove yourself from what? That seems interesting, I guess.
You were thinking in that time. Didn't finally know. What if you could remove yourself from your body for a moment? Become almost like a ghost and see people around you were thinking in that time. Didn't finally know what they said, but what they thought. Not the truth that no one is ever really meant to hold. They said, but what they thought. Not reading from a glance, but knowing for certain. Would you curse yourself with that truth that no one is ever really meant to hold? To know whether their intention was good or bad? Do I Pass is a game from Taylor Pugh about this, where for a single bus ride, you get the chance to take your soul out of your body and see what inhabits the forms of the other riders, reading your minds to see what they think about you. Depending on what they think, which in this case happens to be about your perceived gender, a different ending will be reached. Passing, that is, being perceived as the gender you identify with, not passing, the opposite of that, or something in between as a third option. The one you want seems obvious, the options have a clearly positive or negative tone to them. For example, this one which is enthusiastically in support of trans people, or this one which is complaining about how your fashion sense spoils an otherwise cute body. I got a hang of which of these felt good and which felt bad in the first playthrough, a set of 3 rounds of 3 to 4 interactions each. There are enough neutral options, unrelated thoughts from passengers not thinking of it at all, that you could avoid every negative one with some prior knowledge. So I went into the second playthrough with a strong idea of how it would change the outcome from not passing, my first result, to passing and explore more of the game's message. Trans support, being called cute, I collected this all in a few minutes later, I was confidently clicking forward and back at the outcome of not passing. Well, I did still find the thought which was a bit disparaging from my neutral and positive one, so I guess I need to cut that one out and leave only the people who are clearly supportive. A third go, mashing through the dialogue I already seen because I thought I'd be the final ending by this point, but was still trying to get the second, and I'm feeling like I got it, and what do you know, it's the same ending again. Okay, fourth go, and I was determined to wait the game out, click on one positive option and just wait the rest out since I was doing something wrong here, and of course, it didn't let me do that. I was resigned to my memories, of which were undeniably supportive, out of all those, god damn it, it is the same ending again. At this point, I was frustrated not to break out the sticky notes and pen and start mapping these out well over how much time I thought I'd be spending on this topic and money to get to the damn point. Only to realize that was the point. I had read everything, I had taken in what was said, but not the implications, not what was actually meant. It's a game about the specifics of attention. It's not called Am I Cute or Will I Be Supported? It's called Do I Pass? That was the only variable which mattered. Some of the options that my brain just assumed were positive because they were supported, because they were attentive, were actually against the point because they acknowledged the mismatch of perception and gender, even if they made themselves go against it without a doubt, saying something about it would be a dick move. Meanwhile, seemingly negative options, like one about fashion ruining your looks, or someone right next to you, hoping you don't find out that they sat next to you to be able to smell you, are actually good ones because there's no thought about the she without an S anywhere in their mind. These things were just backwards with how we thought they should be. How were these ones the good options? The answer as to why is found in another of McHugh's games, I Can't Cry, which she admits with rush and lacks polish, and it is short and rough. But despite that, it's an important part of this analysis because it accomplishes its goal. It communicates what it needs to, and I find publishing truly important as someone who's hardly ever allowed myself to be creatively vulnerable to criticism. The feeling behind this very video, rethinking what intention entails. Without these games and the interviews about them, I don't think I'd have found out the truth behind some of my own thoughts and words, things I've said 1,000 times and come without truly considering how negative they were, just like the options in Do I Pass. These games making that's an important form of games.
That was the tap faster, pop more balloons, tech camo. Alright, for now, I'm just gonna go with these two.
Every position you add on street alone, 3 options are presented to just get through this time. A group warehouse with other queer squatters, a solo squat somewhere else, or an illegal $200 a month apartment under the table. The first option leads to some friendships, but also drama, conflict, no progress here.
Alright, this is interesting and all, but I'm not that interested. Ooh, this
Such
is...
wasted potential. I don't even know where to begin with this show. I remember when the show was first announced and I was incredibly optimistic about the future of Alien. Romulus was just around the corner and now we were finally getting the transition to TV that I'd always wanted Alien to have. For a long time now, I've been campaigning for this franchise to have longer form storytelling on our screens, especially after playing Alien Isolation and reading a couple of the novels and comics. Yeah, I'm a proper nerd. I remember seeing the trailer and it felt like any skepticism I may have had was instantly stamped out. It looked dark, experimental, gritty, psychological, and most importantly, it looked like it was going in a completely new direction. The line,
"This ship collected 5 different life forms from the darkest corners of the universe,"
had me hooked. But also, the hint of familiarity we were getting with the Xenomorph was really exciting too, as it was finally being brought to Earth, something Alien fans have been waiting for since the late 80s.
on Earth. Everyone can hear you scream.
Unless you count the ADP movies, but no. Anyway, I like to think my expectations were tempered. There were things I was excited for, but mostly I was going in with an open mind, just excited to see what such a brilliant writer was going to bring to the Alien franchise, and how his promises were going to be personified. So I sat and watched episode 1, and I was very conflicted to say the least. I thought the pacing was odd, the storylines felt incredibly rushed in their introductions, the editing was jarring, and the show generally just looked weird. But I wasn't going to knock it. After all, it's only episode 1, and this show was designed to be released as a double bill. As much as I like pilot episodes and think that they should be enough to speak for the show, there are so many programs I like that didn't exactly grab me from the get-go, and one of my favourite shows ever, Lost, has a 2-part pilot, so I'm hardly going to be a hypocrite. Let me check out episode 2. Yeah, well done, you guessed it, my problems didn't go away. Instead, they were, if anything, exacerbated. I thought the odd editing only got odder, the pacing felt even more jarring, and many more issues started stacking up. For one, the characters were starting to feel empty. You can forgive this in episode 1 because you don't know these people yet, but if by episode 2 none of the beats are hitting, there might be a problem. On top of this, blatant plot armor was becoming quite apparent, and a grating lack of atmosphere was severely plaguing the show, especially when this whole episode was about a xenomorph on the loose. A few sparks and some smoke isn't gonna cover it, guys. Seriously, look at Alien. The ship is dingy, messy, grubby, industrial. Alien Earth is clearly trying to replicate this look, but the ship looks like it was recently completed. It looks polished and sterile. Even the darker bronze hallways, they should look rusted and dusty, but instead they look like they've been jet washed. You're telling me that a ship that's at least 60 years old, that's literally just crash landed, is gonna look this clean? There's stuff on the tables, for goodness sake. Whatever happened to gravity? But whatever, maybe I'm nitpicking. Maybe the show just hasn't won me over yet, and a lot of these issues will seem insignificant when we're in the thing. And you know, maybe this wasn't Noah Hawley's fault. Maybe Disney demanded there be some xenomorph action in the first couple episodes to hook the general audience in. Yeah, that makes sense. Maybe once Hawley is telling the story he wants to tell, everything will get better. I don't want to sound mean, so let me attempt to constructively critique the show one step at a time. Starting with the characters. Wendy and the hybrids. Firstly, I'd like to note how tiresome the goddamn Peter Pan symbolism, theme, motif became so quickly. I know this isn't a real criticism, I guess this is more of a Marmite thing, but like, it was quite heavy-handed in the first episode, that's fine. It's episode 1, they're establishing the whole never growing up concept at the heart of the show. It could have been subtler, fine, but to reiterate this in nearly every episode of the show, so frequently and so obnoxiously, why? We get it, man. You're owned by Disney. Go subscribe to Disney Plus. You can watch Peter Pan and Ice Age. Anyway, I think the central characters of the show demonstrate the central issues with the show. A real lack of intent or consistency. I think writing child characters can often be challenging for creatives. How much do you dumb them down? How much maturity do you give them? How much imagination and curiosity do you imbue them with? Then, to add to that, you're writing children in adult bodies. That adds a whole different dynamic to the process. How childish do you want them to act? Thankfully, Noah Hawley didn't have this problem, as he was writing for infants instead of children. Alright, snide remarks aside. A big issue here is the consistency of how the Lost Boys act. Some of them are really mature and basically just function like adults, like Isaac and Wendy. Some of them act like adults but have a lot of petty childish behaviour that surfaces every now and then, such as jealousy, competition, and over-reliance on cuddly toys. Then you've got Slightly and Smee. For one, I think their performances are way over the top. I usually don't like to criticise acting if I can help it, because it feels very lazy to just say they didn't do a good job, especially since performance criticism often comes down to subjective preference. Look at Shelley Duvall in The Shining or Ben Stiller in The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. But in this case, I've got to say it, I think these performers are missing the mark so much. The way they flop their arms around, speak in babyish manner, and severely exaggerate so many of their facial expressions is just annoying. These are the kind of comical performances I expect to see in SNL, not in an adult drama series. Now, do I necessarily blame Adarsh Gurav and Jonathan Ajayi for this? Not entirely, because they are, like I joked before, written like toddlers. Their incessant moaning, baby talk, and inability to take anything seriously most of the time is frankly appalling. And I don't use that word lightly. The inconsistency in how the kids are written is just baffling. Wendy seems to have instantly matured, whereas others seem to have drastically regressed in maturity. Make it make sense, please. The issue could have so easily been fixed by making some of the kids very obviously younger than others, but they all seem to be around the same age. More inconsistencies arise when looking at the kids' abilities. In episode 1, we establish Wendy's super strength and speed. In episode 2, we establish her ability to interact with technology, and more specifically the network telepathically. In episode 3, her ability to communicate with the aliens is highlighted. Okay, cool, I can kind of get behind that. Except, barely any of this extends to the other kids. In fact, I spent most of the series confused as to whether any of the other kids even possessed the same basic super strength and speed that Wendy did. Nibs appeared to be the only other Lost boy that had any of these traits, with her basically teleporting across the room like she was wearing a Sandevastan and practically pinching someone's jaw off. The other kids could frankly do jack shit. Especially, surprise, surprise, Slightly and Smee, who can barely even lift a man together when Wendy is shown to be able to lift 4 people at once. Fine, they're kids. Let's be generous and say that 2 kids weigh the equivalent of 1 adult for ease. She's still carrying the weight of 2 adults, using 1 arm for each of them. Also, if I'm not mistaken, the show hasn't explained why only Wendy can hear the aliens and interact with the network. If they did, I'm sure it was in a throwaway line that I've understandably forgotten. Let me know in the comments. But come on, you couldn't have tapped into that with Slightly and his Skype calls with Morrow. No, yeah.
Well, I've never watched this series, but he's certainly making it sound unappealing. That's the sign of a good video essay.
He had to implant a communicator into his neck rather than do something cool like have Morrow hack into his personal IP address or something. I don't know. Oh, but it'll all be explained in season 2. Fantastic. I'm sure it's going to be so worth the wait, as are all of the other mysteries in this show. Hermit, Wendy's brother, who should be the emotional linchpin of the show, absolutely wasted potential. He basically just exists so that the audience can ask, why can't the hybrids go home? And some bold man can respond by saying, money. As if the Alien franchise wasn't subtle enough already. Other than that, I'm not sure why he's here. The show seems so insistent to keep him breathing, but it has 0 purpose for him. To help keep Wendy in check, arguably. But even then, Boy Cavalier is constantly looking for ways to get rid of him, and most notably in the final episode where he tries to have the alien thing occupy his head. And for a moment, I thought, finally, we're gonna have some payoff. But no, his sister runs in and saves him conveniently, then proceeds to have an argument with him that reads as if it was written by ChatGPT. It's so incoherent. I think that applies for his whole relationship with his sister, really. It's always at the cusp of being poignant or even just remotely emotional in any way, but it never quite gets there. And it's emblematic from episode 2 when Wendy reveals that she's actually Marcy, his sister. This should be a pretty big moment, especially since we've established that he believes her to be dead, and she organised this whole field trip for the hybrids so that she can go and see him. Instead, it's shoved into the middle of a high-stakes mission, so there really isn't much time to make it important. It's a quick 2-minute scene in a random corridor without any real build-up to it whatsoever. Because there's no point dragging out the character drama for another episode and revealing crucial information in an organic and sensible way. This show's got to do everything now. There's no time to waste. There's so much stuff to do. There are so many characters to... I was going to say explore, but the show doesn't do that. And I know you can argue that a scene like this wouldn't pack much of a punch when it takes place so early in a story, but I really disagree. 2 episodes of TV is the equivalent of a feature-length film. I mean, fuck, these first 2 episodes are longer than Before Sunset. Not to mention, many shows have done this kind of thing before. The most popular example probably being The Walking Dead. The 3rd episode of the show starts with the protagonist reuniting with his family, and it's heavy-hitting stuff. The main motivation of the main character across the first 2 hours of the show, to reunite with her brother, should have had an impact when it pays off, right? After that anticlimax, he kind of just exists. He has some fond memories of Ice Age because Disney owns that franchise now, so they've got to do something with it. He gets told by the other kids about how unfair it is that he's there and sulks a little bit. He gets told by his best mates not to ever think about leaving the island because they'll get in trouble somehow. And he barely ever manages to get a word into anyone because his sole character trait seems to be fucking subservient. Even when his character finally takes action and electrocutes Nibs at the end of episode 7, and it looks like there might finally be some compelling character drama between him and his sister, because it looks like he's accidentally killed Nibs, and you could understand that Wendy might see this and choosing Property's side over theirs. I mean, you could kind of understand that if he wasn't actually trying to break them out of Prodigy and Nibs wasn't going on a murderous rampage like a few seconds ago. But no, as I said before, they just have an atrocious argument in the next episode that I'm not even sure if it feels like it was shredded in the editing room, or if it feels like the first draft of an argument where Noah Hawley has just outlined all of the points he wants to make in the scene, and then kind of just sat back and said, yeah, that's good enough. Oh, and did I mention his plot armor? Because frankly, it's embarrassing. But Mr. Greaves, every story ever told has plot armor. What makes this any different? I'm so glad you asked. Let me, again, make a comparison to the original Alien movie. A film where
Alien.
is the main character because
Aliens is my favorite. The second movie, Aliens. I thought it was really good.
So it gradually kills off everyone around her.
Alien.
She manages to completely avoid the alien until the very end of the film, where she very intelligently manages to eject it from her escape pod. Now let's look at how Hermit survives against the Xenomorph. We see it rapidly disperse a room full of people, and I mean fucking rapid, before very slowly making its way over to him, and just kind of lingering in front of him, before it gets stunned by Morrow. Okay, whatever, it's a one-off. Sometimes the Xenomorph does that, admittedly, but it's a very smart creature. I'm sure it would never make that mistake again, right? Right? Oh, that's exactly what it does at the start of the next episode. Even though there's a clear physical threat to itself in the immediate vicinity, and this exact Xenomorph is explicitly shown to disperse of any physical threats or prey in the vicinity of physical threats in super quick succession. Right. Okay, I didn't really expect this one character to take away 2 pages of my script, but here we are, moving on. The Boy Genius. Can I just say that I'm so sick of the quirky, impulsive, and immoral billionaire character in media that goes around with his dogs out whinging that there's no one as smart as him to have an intellectual conversation with? Actually, he's a trillionaire. The finale also reveals that he has ADHD, at which point I'd like to say that I actually know people with ADHD, shocker I know, and I possibly have it myself, I don't know, I don't get that shit checked. Diagnoses have made up new age terms to manipulate men and make them more feminine or something. Anyway, this is really bad ADHD representation. Yeah, I said the word representation, don't cry. People with ADHD can be a bit erratic, impulsive, and overly energetic. Some people would probably refer to them as quirky or on, but they don't lack basic social function. And yes, I know Cavalier is a trillionaire and he can basically do what he wants, yada yada. I just find it so irritating to see him walking around with no shoes onto a fucking business meeting, and constantly referring to his alien specimens as toys. Jesus Christ, man, please just stop being a stereotype for 1 minute. Also, for one of the smartest people on the planet, he's really fucking dumb. It's one of those shows where they dumb everything down and give him really long lines spoken really quickly so it sounds like he's clever. And actually, you're really expensive spaceship containing your own private property belongs to me, I'm going to stay landed in my city. Like, dude, that's not how the law works. And if that is how the law works in the Alien franchise, then that's really dumb too. I'm sorry, I just have to ask, what was the point of exploring the Earth in the Alien franchise and inventing the supposed 5 companies that lord over everything if there was no attempt at world building at all? These other 3 companies don't even appear or have any significance at all, and the 2 companies at the center of this don't engage in any compelling politics or anything of the sort. It's really, really disappointing. Also, Alien It's all
man.
being saved for the next season. Great. Thank God for the next season, because we couldn't possibly resolve this season's storylines in this season. Or, you know, just do anything with them. Anyway, as for everyone else, they can all kind of be summed up with a very basic character description each. Boyd Cavalier's butler is kind of just creepy, intimidating corporate man until he suddenly becomes creepy, intimidating corporate android. Kirsch is just scheming robot, as if we haven't seen that in the series. The scientist people are just the kind people of the show. And Yutani, who should be a pretty big deal, by the way, as in, holy shit, this is the first time we've ever seen Yutani, the second half of the fucking Wayland Yutani Corporation that runs at the center of the whole franchise. It's just another calm, unfeeling businesswoman. Cool. But Mr. Greaves, I hate you ask, I need to stop doing this bit. You said you were a Prometheus fan, did I? But you're criticising Yutani's anticlimactic introduction and not Peter Wayland's? Yeah, good point. I don't claim to love Wayland's inclusion in that film, though. Although I do think the whole film is made slightly more interesting because of it. Wayland, a man who has played God his entire life, now on the verge of death, travels across the entire universe to literally meet his gods and even tries to be one with them, seeking immortality. Not even for his daughter, for himself. Yeah, it's not a super dramatic payoff to the mysterious company that's been running through the whole franchise, but at least it's decently interesting and thematically rich. At least he doesn't just sit on an iPad for half of his screen time and say the equivalent of, "Boy, you better give me back my assets or otherwise I'll sue you." If I wanted to see that, I'd go on Twitter and search up literally any anti-Trump journalism. And I haven't even touched on Morrow. I hate to sound like I'm repeating myself here, but what a letdown. His character started out with so much promise and was honestly the only thing really getting me through the show. His inclusion as a cyborg was really refreshing for the Alien franchise, and his rapport with Kirsch had the potential to be a really fascinating dynamic. It really felt like a strong duality.
Yay, victory. I guess we'll play until we die then.
So I thought. In the end, they kind of just did nothing with it. They tried introducing some pain and trauma through the avenue of an abandoned family, but they don't really serve his motivations. Neither does the whole man who wants to be a robot thing. Maybe he wants to be 100% Wayland Yutani and shut out any semblance of empathy or humanity to forget the pain of losing his daughter, but maybe I'm reaching. I feel like if that were the case, the show would do everything it could to make you know that was the intention. It's not like it approaches anything else with such a thing. In the end, he kind of just does nothing. His grooming of slightly doesn't go anywhere. His rapport with Kirsch just ends in an admittedly well choreographed but narratively barren fight scene. And his obedience to Yutani, well, we'll just have to wait until season 2 to see if that goes anywhere. And no, I've not been saying that seasons of TV can't have open endings. Far from it. I encourage a good cliffhanger to make me eagerly count down the next year or two until the next season arrives. But every season needs to feel somewhat contained too. Character arcs need to actually go somewhere, or better yet, be paid off. The only arc that I can confidently say exists in this show is Wendy, going from total adoration of Prodigy to total hatred of Prodigy. But that arc is entirely about the destination, not about the journey, because I honestly couldn't tell you what the catalyst for such a drastic change was. She pretty much just decides that she hates it without any build-up, because again, this show has to be all now. I don't know, man. I want to be nice. I want to see what so many people apparently see in the show, but I just can't see it. I just do not understand what everyone is so enamored by. Okay, let's actually talk about the show as a whole. Maybe the story can redeem the poor characterization.
Sometimes foreshadowing is relatively obvious.
Before anything else, I do want to...
Sometimes foreshadowing is relatively obvious.
I'm glad that the show at least attempted to diverge from the typical Wayland Yutani shenanigans at the core of the story. It's refreshing to see someone else pulling the strings for once. After all, Wayland were behind the events of Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, Alien Resurrection, Alien vs. Predator, Prometheus, Alien Covenant technically, and Alien Romulus. I'm also glad that Noah Hawley clearly agrees with my remit on what an Alien series should be, jumping from location to location. Admittedly, we don't see too many different locations, but there's enough diversity to make this earn the fact that it's a TV show. Prodigy City, Prodigy Island, the USCSS Maginot, Wayland Yutani City. It's got a good amount of scope, which again helps it stand out against its predecessors. Hello, Mr. Greaves from the future here. Sorry if I sound a bit weird. I think I have a cold and a flu at the same time. I don't even know if that's possible. I just want to say that although I'm praising the show for its scope and diversity of locations, that is also not me excusing the fact that it's a show called Alien Earth that is mostly set on an island. I'm aware of how paradoxical and disappointing that is. I'm just trying to be nice in this bit. One aspect of the xenomorph that this show particularly excels at is its ability to incorporate itself into its environment. Fuck, that was a lot of words. That shot where it suddenly reveals it was part of this twisty statue all along, man, that was cool. The other aliens are also intriguing, particularly the plant-like creature and literally everyone's favourite newbie, the eye alien, aka the Trypanohincha Ocelus. Let's just call it T-Ocelus. As stated earlier, being a Prometheus fan, particularly one who's been playing for a much greater expansion of the Alien universe for years now, as Prometheus barely managed to scratch the surface of the franchise's true potential, I was
Coming, Prometheus.
Wait, they even say that line in the show? Nothing will ever top the xenomorph, let's be frank. But I think the horror genre has been greatly missing a truly iconic movie monster for a long time. So
touch your ass because you're infected.
With iconography. After all, it's a giant Venus flytrap, an eye with tentacles, and a giant fly that digesting from the outside of the body. Pretty cool. It definitely succeeds with originality, and I was definitely invested in seeing what would come of these freaks, particularly the deep undercare, since it was so shrouded in mystery for most of the show. There is also one episode of the show that I almost liked. Almost. So before I go back to complaining, let me break down this episode and explain why it's kind of emblematic of my greater issues with the series. Yeah, you guessed it, it's episode 5. This is understandably the highest rated episode of Alien Earth, at least on IMDb. It's the closest thing the show offers to the classic Alien formula, unless you count episode 2. And I'm probably not the first to say it, it has an infinitely more interesting cast than the rest of the season, such as Teng, who I honestly thought was a synthetic because of how fucking jarring he was, just watching his colleagues while they slept and stuff. I was yearning for more information about him. Characters like Shmuel and Raheem also felt far more real and likeable than any one of the main cast. This episode also actually adds to the world building of the franchise in decently interesting ways. For example, sex is forbidden in space. Well, actually, Wayland Yutani employees aren't allowed to boink on the job, but still.
Piss.
Especially when you add in the power struggle between Morrow, an incredibly strict and devoted employee, and Zoya, who has been engaging in
Alright, well, I guess that's that.
Pilot episode for the show, because honestly, I think it perfectly subverts the Alien formula in a way you don't expect. Right from the offset, you think this is going to be a classic Xenomorph kills the crew story, but it's not. There are so many factors involved, such as the weird tadpole creatures in the water, the sinister T-Ocelus, a saboteur aboard the ship, and it's not until near the end of the episode that the Xenomorph actually emerges. This episode would have been a fantastic way to open a general audience who want more basic alien action and say, look, we've got that and more. And narratively, it would have made perfect sense. I would have been hooked from the start. Oh shit, the whole crew are dead, now the ship is hurtling towards the Earth with a loose Xenomorph on board. That's a great ending hook. Just saying. This being episode 5 does nothing but disrupt the pacing and flow of the rest of the season. It's so out of place. It reminds me of the Bill and Frank episode of The Last of Us. It's a great standalone piece of TV, but as an episode of The Last of Us, a story about the growing relationship between Joel and Ellie, it sucks. Like, we didn't need this. The Maginot and his crew are so irrelevant by the time we get to this episode. We didn't need any information other than the ship had aliens on it, the ship crashed on Earth, and Prodigy got the aliens. For those that will argue this had to be episode 5 because of the reveals, what reveals? That Morrow has a daughter? Doesn't he already say this in some form to slightly anyway? That Boy Cavalier is the one that organised the sabotage of the ship? Okay, what does that add though? We already know he's a shady bastard from literally everything else he does in the show. Plus, it doesn't really change anything about the story. He still takes advantage of Weyland's utility specimens. We didn't question the fact that the USCSS Maginot crashed into his city before this because it was just simply a catalyst for the story. It wasn't unbelievable and desperately needed explaining. Plus, you could have had this twist if it was in episode 1. It just wouldn't have been a twist. You introduce Boy as the guy who engineered the shipwreck, then reintroduce him in episode 2 as a trillionaire boy genius, as a nice bit of dramatic irony. Anyway, with that tangent over with, why don't I fully like this episode? It's got atmosphere, it's got compelling mysteries, it's got decent characters. Well, because it all falls apart towards the end. One absolutely infuriating issue with the show is just how incompetent the characters are. I mentioned before how Boy Cavalier is written to be smart, but is actually really dumb, and I can say that for pretty much every character, but the most irritating example of this is in this episode. These guys are absolutely brain-dead stupid. In the third act of episode 5, every character suddenly develops the opposite of plot armor. To coin a new phrase, plot on-armor. Imaginative, I know. Take Chibuzo, the science officer, who not only forgets to seal the container to predatory alien bugs after sticking her whole hand inside, but also forgets to secure the container housing a highly intelligent alien parasite so that it can't break out. Are you fucking kidding me? Then later on, she and the medical officer proceed to operate on Malachite, fuck, who is riddled with a bunch of these little alien bugs without any precautionary equipment whatsoever. Not even a fucking mask. Come on, guys, they even do it in the original film. If it's fair game to criticize
Wow.
the issue, it's fair game to call Alien Earth out on it too.
This does sound quite unfortunately bad. Now I'm not gonna watch it, I guess. It's not like I was planning to in the first place.
And anyway, if it was a real xenomorph, it would have been able to catch up to her pace in absolutely no time. I love how the camera literally has to slow down because it's so obvious that she's just not quick enough to outrun the alien. And it definitely wouldn't have had any problem strapping this one old dude, even if he is being puppeteered by the squiggly eye. Just look at the real xenomorph. It can take out 4 fully trained soldiers in 3 seconds flat, off screen. On top of that, Morrow has the most ridiculous and out of nowhere change of heart since Daenerys Targaryen, mainly because Noah Hawley wrote himself into a corner and had to have him act exactly the same as he does in episode 1 without explaining why, because he didn't have time to. Yes, I know he says he prioritizes the mission and everything, but he literally, without hesitation, raises a gun at one of the company's specimens in order to protect Zoya, and less than 2 minutes later, he coldly and without any remorse whatsoever lets her die at the hands of the xenomorph. I'm aware it's a matter of life and death, but he could at least act consistently. His entire emotional state as a character for the rest of the series changes in this 2-minute section. Again, because rather than build up to anything or gradually develop character change, this show has to do everything now. Yeah, I don't know, they dropped the ball on this one if you ask me. We got so close to a good episode that it's honestly really depressing. So how does this represent my feelings towards everything else? Well, because it's just a giant fucking waste of time. That sounds really mean, I'm sorry, but it's true. I really wouldn't have minded if this show's premise was just a xenomorph outbreak on Earth that has to be contained. It wouldn't be original, it might not be prestige TV, but it would have been better than promising a bold and new insight into the universe and then just not delivering on that. I was promised new interesting monsters, the rise of synthetic technology, and the race between 5 megacorporations for control of humanity. That's not what this show is, guys. That's called false advertising for those of you who don't know. Because it all just comes back to xenomorphs. So much so that the cliffhanger of episode 6 out of 8 was someone getting face hugged. Face hugged. Also, speaking about cliffhangers, what was up with those needle drops? What the hell was the...
Alrighty, well this is an interesting review.
Interesting insight into the human condition to try and champion all of our weaknesses. Disease, aging, injury, and now death itself. The lengths we will go to in order to survive, including stripping ourselves of our biological bodies. Nah, let's not touch on that outside of the basic concept itself. Let's just have one of them be able to talk to xenomorphs. Yay. Which, by the way, is bullshit. You can't just tell a xenomorph, the most instinctively ruthless creature in the universe, not to kill someone because you can make a few clicky sounds. Look at this really interesting scene where they dissect a facehugger. This is really, really fascinating. Then they pull some strange sperm cell looking thing out of it and implant it into someone's lung. I wonder what's going to happen from this. Maybe some strange creature will emerge like the trilobite from Prometheus. Nah, just a xenomorph in it. Okay. But what about Wayne and Yutani? Surely they're going to be on a mission to get all of their aliens back, and now Yutani just sends Morrow's special xenomorph because that's all that's important, isn't it? Yep. Alright, but what about the other creatures? They've all been set up brilliantly by the story. My man T. Oculus has been devilishly staring down the main characters for like 3 episodes now. I wonder what he's scheming up. Not much, actually. Ro just invades someone's body, then waits until it can invade someone else's body, then just waits until it can invade someone else's body. You know what for? Fuck you, guy. Take a rest. You'll find out next season or something. Who cares? Sure. But what about the other things? Like the plant creature. What was its name again? T. Plumbic hair, D. Plumbic hair. Right, yeah, what about that thing? There's been nothing but mystery surrounding it all season. I'm sure it's going to do something really cool. Oh. It just kills people. What was the fucking point of making it anything other than a xenomorph then? I don't know, guys, this whole show just feels directionless and generally just unsure of what it wants to be. It's trying to be a complex psychological drama, but it feels afraid to commit to any kind of methodical or emotional storytelling. I guess Disney are worried that people's skibidi whiz brains won't be able to pay attention unless we have big scary xenomorph every 5 minutes, or unless the conversation is at least edited to have like 3 shots on screen at the same time, because people can't possibly focus on one screen at once anymore. It's also trying to be an ensemble cast, but it severely struggles to develop. Netflix is dark eating the audience with 7,000 mysteries at once, crazy with the plot. But there's just too much to mystery box than what's actually inside it. You, like me, feel the need to nitpick it to death. Let me know in the comments.
Alrighty, well that was interesting. Anyway, that's gonna be the stream for today. I played some Brawlhalla. I played a wee bit of Balloons, but now I'm leaving.